Hey there, folks. It's the E-Man here. Today I wanted to look at my ongoing, kind of marathon of spooky, kind of Halloween-oriented games. I know a lot of you say Castlevania is kind of pretty much a given, but I mean, well, of course, this is technically a fan-made game made way back in 2017. It's a sequel to one that was already made. I haven't really seen a lot of I don't know if I've heard of any of the major YouTubers really talking about this. Of course, yeah. It's one of those things that's probably been recalled. You might technically, the people making it was in trouble. It was made by Mig. He's a major, I think it was like a combination of French and German people that helped create this game. This really improves on it, around the board. The first one is, well, I thought maybe I would do a video on the first one, but why don't we do it on the second one? They definitely were good with this. I wish there was another one. Now, that last name may sound familiar, because remember in Bloodlines, there's Eric Lecarde, and supposedly, I guess, you play as efrain lecarde in this. And so it does actually have a link to Belmonts because his family he's technically like a cousin of the Belmonts. He's not a direct descendant of the Belmonts, but he's related to them. Yes, and what's unique about this is they actually have good voice acting in this. They also got the voice actor for Alucard. The original voice actor from Sympathy of the Night. Oh, whoops! I might have given away a major. Well, no, it's in the trailer. It pretty much explains. Yeah, there's a trailer that you can see. Definitely think you should go and look at this game. I'm not going to spoil the whole game, of course. Yeah, this is definitely something you need to go look for. Make sure you have the most up-to-date virus protection if you're trying to look for fan-made games like this. I completely ruined a laptop trying to do this, but anywho's. We should probably get to the actual game. Now, what I usually do is I've already, I've pre-recorded the game footage. So as I'm talking, I'm not also having to play at the same time. I know maybe I shouldn't really say that, but I just want you guys to know I'm not like some big budget person that knows how to do all this stuff. But yeah, I've been able to figure out a little bit of capturing stuff, but. Without further ado, I hope all you guys are having a nice October. I'm kind of excited for Halloween, and the weather's changing. It's cooling off, and it's October, so nothing gets you in the mood like a dark, creepy game around this time. All right, here we go then. I'll catch you guys later at the end of the video a little bit. No, I think I'll just keep my face up, I think, as we go along here.
(1781), outskirts of Rome. 5 years after his great victory over the evil von Viltheim family, Efrain Lecarde, a knight of the church, has been summoned by the Pope. He must look into reports of troubling events in France. Efrain is about to enter the worst nightmare imaginable.
Well, as you can see, this game kind of abruptly kind of opens at the beginning, much like the first one did. As you can see, this is Efrain Lecarde. This time, of course, you're using swords, much like Alucard from Sympathy of the Night. And as I'm playing through this, you will notice I have some issues with some of the button placements. A little weird. The jump and attack. I have some kind of problem with the jump and attack, so don't mind if I'm not playing too well. I got used to the controls on the first game and all the platforming and everything you got to do in that game. You really, yeah. Anyways, it's kind of like a, you know how in the Mega Man X games or in some of the newer original Mega Man games, there's the opening stage you just go through, fight things, and then, it's not even the real game yet. But as you can see, I mean, the graphics on this are just great. I don't know why Konami just doesn't do anything with this IP. Doesn't do anything with Castlevania. They should at least give it to somebody else. Well, that's my opinions are for later. Let's get back into this here, shall we? As you see, folks, we got the dreaded flea men here, the more annoying enemies of Castlevania. Sorry, the music's kind of catchy here. Yeah, you can get the soundtrack fully on YouTube. It's been fully released. I mean, and all these music in this, a lot of it, some of it's original, some of it is like reused, some of it's reused, reused and remastered music from the actual Castlevania games. Yeah, much like the first game, there's a lot of environmental hazards and stuff to look out for. If a lot of you are Castlevania fans, you might kind of know who this is.
Unfortunately, that will not be enough to win this time. The demons you face will be much more powerful. But a warrior with your power should have no need for such a fine weapon. Do you not agree? Your weapon will await you in France. Travel there if you dare. We will meet again.
Yeah, they pulled a Metroid on us. Or if you played Sympathy of the Night, you know that death comes and takes your weapons. So this game is like that. It teases you with the powerful weapons and items, and now you're like friggin' now you've got you have to re-earn all of your stuff. You don't level up in this game like you do in the other games, so a lot of times buying better equipment and weapons actually is something you need to do. So there is a little bit of grinding for money early in the game. You do find bags of money all over the place, but this one is teaching you how to use some of your powers that you got from the Van Vilfine family the last time in the last game. See, in the first game, you have to beat it on hard mode to get the true ending, which is really difficult. This game isn't as difficult.
Increase my strength.
You know, I think later you have a force field that can protect you from damage. And you have an ability to. As you can see here, I'm having a lot of problems with the attack and jump button is a little bit reversed on this. I'm having a little harder time figuring that out. Luckily, this boss doesn't do much damage to you. Yeah, I mean, we even got voice acting on the bosses, too. Of course, this is the classic song, Poison Mind.
After vanquishing the evil looming over Rome, Efrain Lecarde journeyed to France. Darkness has engulfed the Duchy of Guilcourt. The common people speak of day turning into night, and about inhuman creatures lurking in the shadows. Terror has found a home in their hearts, where faith once lived. One night, during his journey, a vision materialized before Efrain's eyes. A damsel, overtaken by sorrow, asked for his help, vanishing into the night just as suddenly as she had appeared. Who could she be? Does she know anything about the misery of the populace? The Duchy of Guilcourt is formed by 3 earldoms, Servigny, La Tourve, and Alberet.
A little bit of bloody tears in there a little bit.
After many days and nights, Efrain reached Servigny, where the most important mission of his life was about to begin.
I believe the narrator there is the original voice actor for Alucard. They see very much like Castlevania 2. You know, you have a town you have to go to and you gotta buy certain items to get more powerful. There's a little bit of grinding to do, but at least it's not hearts, it's just regular money. Yeah, there's like multiple different paths and different ways to go right here. Don't worry, I'm not intending to spoil the game for you. As I've said before, it's definitely worth going and getting. And it's at a pretty good price too, free, you know, can't really beat that. There's a lot of $60 games that aren't as much fun as this game is. I forget how much I liked playing this game. Essentially, who you fight here are like the lords of the different areas, the different areas here. A lot of the lords and counts that rule over these people are now like turned evil. And you've got to go and kind of help the people out, figure out what the heck's going on. So basically, here I'm just running around and grinding for money, try to get that broadsword. You really need to buy new weapons in this. You can't kind of put up with not getting one of the upgrades. You kind of have to get whatever weapons you can find. Because you don't level up in this game. So there's special items that protect you against certain damages. And, there's like stuff like that. And there's a map screen, very much like Symphony of the Night. It really feels like a lot of people really loved Sympathy of the Night, and then they made this particular game. And what's cool is you're not stuck in an old castle. You're like, you feel like you're out in the wilderness here. A vibe how Castlevania 4 kind of had that sense where it took you a long time to get to the castle. Eventually, after you get past all the bosses, you get to this really dark and ominous castle. But the biggest chunk of the game is really getting through areas here. Unlike the first game where you had a map screen where you could choose where to go, in this you have to actually, physically walk to the different places. You don't really have a map screen to really go. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting used to the controls here, trying to figure out how how to activate the map screen and the inventory screen. I was kind of hung up on that though. Yeah, and of course at nighttime, I think a lot of the shops are still open, but things can be a little bit different at nighttime. Sometimes at nighttime, there'll be enemies flying around attacking you. Sometimes you do have to make sure you're there during the day. And of course we have our save points. There are save points, war points, all that kind of fun stuff with the Metroidvania kind of gameplay there. As you see, there's a lot of varying enemies, like crows, spiders, skeletons. As you can see, I mean, the short sword is not doesn't offer much attack power. See there'll be eventually items, where you can slide under things, or, there'll be relics where you can do special moves. I have noticed they don't do stairs that much in this game. A lot of times you'll see ropes. There's all kinds of things to go up and down and progress in stages, other than just normal stairs. This really borrows a lot from... It borrows a little bit from Castlevania, but these enemies look original. They don't look like they're from any particular thing. But the music was borrowed. Yeah, so see, I'm saving there. What's cool about this game is it's very easy to exit out of it when you're done. You just kind of hit the escape button and you can exit out of the game at any time. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I don't really want to ruin the game for anyone. I would have tried to continue on playing, but this game can go on for a while. So, yeah. So I definitely didn't want to spoil the game for anyone. But if anyone would like me to finish this game, I'll be happy to do it in other videos. I just wanted to try to get out a lot more quicker videos because a lot of my videos go a little bit long. I need to practice on making short videos. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good October, and if I don't talk to you guys for happy Halloween, have a happy October, and wash hands, wear masks. I'm kind of tired of that too, but we got to keep it up, and and current information about our president having it, and it's ugh. And it's an election year. It's been quite a year, I think, no matter how you slice it, anything here. Well, I hope that maybe thinking about Halloween and the creepiness kind of makes us forget about all this negativity stuff and everything. I know that probably death is kind of a taboo subject nowadays because we have medical technology. We live a lot longer nowadays. Maybe death isn't as big of a thing, but I don't know if that's exactly a negative thing. I think sometimes celebrating death is a way of celebrating life at the same time, I guess. I guess celebrating life is important, but death is also a part of life, and it's one of those things that everyone kind of has to go through, unfortunately. But, that's what Halloween is, celebrate all the stuff that scares us and stuff that makes us uncomfortable or whatnot, but it can be fun as well. I really love Halloween and everything about it. I already put up my decorations and stuff today, even though it's like the 4th of October and it's going to be out there for a couple of weeks. Yes, and I do have those dreaded inflatables. Yeah, I always took pictures of a lot of my Halloween decoration setups and whatnot. As you can see, I've got the room here is more looks more spruced up, not blank walls. You see, I got my Doctor Who poster over there. I got my Big Bang poster. Yeah, you can see more of the room now and more of me because I got the camera more positioned. Yeah, I've kind of gotten set up here proper way. I still don't really have a capture card, but my current financial situation has made it kind of interesting with that, but I'm going to whine about my problems. Anyway, yeah. Well, I guess this is the E-Man signing off. As I said before, stay safe, do all the stuff you need to do, and hopefully this year is going to go by pretty quick now, I hope. Yep, happy October, happy Halloween, and, take it easy. Catch you guys later.